that when you pour in, let's say, the malt and you start to brew, you can almost taste what the beer is going to taste like before you actually brew it because you have so much experience doing it.
Yeah,
Right?
because we've made the recipes so many times,
Yeah.
we're always changing the recipes, but when we formulate a new one, we go back to the previous recipe and alter it slightly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can do that on the computer so that you know each time you made one and altered it, you have a record of what's going on, right?
Yep. And the computer does all the math for us,
Ah, yeah, all right.
so we don't only have to do the math once just to teach the computer how to do it.
I'm not a math person, so that computer would be my friend.
Oh yeah, it's nice to have.
So what are you doing to this thing here now? What do you?
This is what's called a work grant, and
It's called a what?
A work grant,
All right.
and we're going to use this before our pump to alleviate pressure on the bottom of the mash tuns, which is where we're going to mix the grain and the water together.
Where's this located now?
This is these are the mash tuns right here.
Oh, all
in the
right.
middle. So we're going to mix our grain and our water together in here. Start the conversion to sugar.
All right, I see steam coming out, so you must have had some heat on here.
Yep, we're filling them up with hot water right now.
All right.
On-demand hot water in here. So
Okay,
just fill them up hot,
that's cool.
get the temperature right, add the grain, and then this thing is in place of our before our pump in our recirculation line. So this thing will gravity feed from the mash tuns,
All right.
and then the pump will draw off this rather than off of the bottom of the mash tuns.
All right, yeah. So, like, the bottom of the mash tuns, does it get like, there's malt and stuff at the bottom which you don't want, so like this takes some of the clear stuff off? Is that?
So the bottom of the mash tuns, we could actually get you up there maybe and you could look inside, but the bottom of the mash tuns have what are called false bottoms.
Yeah.
So there's a screen that runs right above this bottom port here.
Oh, all right, and it
runs
holds
all the way,
everything.
covers the whole bottom, so the grain will fall down on top of the false bottom. And then below it, in theory, you have all clean
Yeah.
wort.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And then we're gravity feeding that wort off the bottom here, and it comes down and fills this guy up.
All right,
And then the pump draws off the bottom of this.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then where do you pump it? Like into kegs, or how does that work?
It'll pump out of here, it'll come back across over our flow meter, and it'll come back up on top of the mash tuns. And so the first step is to add the grain and the water.
Oh, so you add more ingredients and keep doing it over again.
You add all the grain at once.
Yeah.
So we're gonna add all the grain to the mash tuns
Alright.
after we have the right amount of water in there. And then we're gonna use our pump to pull all of that clean wort off the bottom
Right.
of the
Okay.
mash tuns. We're gonna pull it all down through our grain and back up on top.
All right.
So we're gonna recirculate the wort through our grain bed, and what will happen is the grain will all settle in there, and it'll make a nice bed, and it'll basically create a filter. And so we'll be recirculating the wort around off the bottom, back onto the top. We'll do that for about half hour, 45 minutes.